Well, I just won today. Not much. Oh, well, I think it's the end of the week now. Not even sure what day it is. Oh, just wondered what this was. Wasn't very well packed. Big hole in the middle. Oh, have I got another kit I missed? No, I've had those. But it is some foam. It's self-adhesive packing foam. They do it in sheets. I'm watching one company, theirs is rated, I think, LD 35, which is 35 kilos compression rate. But this is self-adhesive. Now, they don't currently have in stock the 100mm variant. This is 50mm wide. Track Underlay is not quite as wide. The nearest one being like DCC Concepts or Woodland Scenics. So these are a little bit wider. Has the advantage of being self-adhesive where theirs aren't. And this is 20 metres for under £12. Only by 2p, but all the time. So I was going to just see the viability of it, and if they get the 100mm in stock, I might, depending on how much it is, buy the 100mm and then obviously cut it as I use it. But obviously at 100mm it would be wide enough to lay for a twin track without worrying too much about having to cut it anyway. And it would probably be wide enough for turnouts and such like. Plus they do the big sheet 2 metres by 1 metre, which is slightly cheaper than the other competition. Compressive wise, a bit difficult to, I mean obviously it doesn't mar because it's a, I think it's not an EVA foam, it's a PE foam. I can't remember what the specs was on it. Let's see if we can find it. There wasn't a lot of technical information on it. It's 5mm thick, 10 metres long, and where are we? They do a 75 as well. 50's out of stock currently, which is the one I bought, this one. So there's a 75 and 100mm, which is just under 4 inches wide for the Americans. But they don't give the density rating, which is sort of basically how stiff it is. PE foam, but they don't say. It's more like similar to the type of stuff you'd use on draft strips, I guess. New build refurbishment, stud-work isolation, joist isolation, DIY resilient batten applications. Might be for the UK because you have to seal it all in now. And they're actually not far from me, they're in Thetford, Norfolk, so if it is suitable I might contact them for a larger rate discount, shall we say. But they do sheet material as well, which obviously the trackage I've got to put underlayment in, I'm looking at the most cost effective solution, and that ain't going to be Woodland Scenics or DCC Concepts, unless they plan on sponsoring me, which I highly doubt. I don't exactly have the clout that Pete Waterman does, do I? So we'll have to see what this comes out. I'll have to dig the other stuff out just to compare compressive density, shall we say. Now I need to find a bit of tape to stick this back. Well, it's a good job I'd done a sound check, because the battery was flat in the mic. Apparently someone's left it on again, and the top mount thumb wheel has cracked. Whether this was a good deal or not, we will know in a few seconds. Part of it was, there's two lots in this box. One is kit parts, the other is second-hand points. They weren't overly expensive, but all the same they need to work, else they're let's move over the corner. Oh no, it's not. Wrong one. This is something entirely different. So if you haven't guessed by the box, it's Walthers, which means it's American and also Norfolk and Southern. I think I've got a couple of these, that's why I bought this one. It was under £15 or thereabouts, so it will go well. And I printed myself this plastic wall doobry what's it to go on the wall. Surprisingly enough, this one is fencing and points because it says so on the box. Let's hope it's what's in the box, because I've done that myself. Packed everything, then writ on it what it is and got them the wrong way around. So, no expense spared packaging, as in no packaging. One piece of bubble wrap. So that's one bit. It comes with two extension pieces. I think they're cut down. They're probably trimmed because there was turnouts near them. So we got the wheels fencing, which is rather expensive for what it is. Don't know whether that's a complete pack. That looks like there might be a few out of that. So there was one opened, one unopened. I'm pretty sure that's a bit OTT on the price. I was right. I know there's a reason I haven't bought any of this, because it's the RRP is £15.50 for a pack. If you can find it under £12 at a model shop, you're doing well. Yeah, so that's half of what I bid anyway. Now the other one is a Nightwing kit. There's several of those, and I think these are £20 odd, ridiculously, something like that, 12–20 pounds. There's 3 packs. Let's have a quick looky wooky. No, they're £10 a pack, and I think there's more linear feet in these than the wheels ones, and they're very, very similar, which is probably why he bought them. This is the reason why I bought them. I think the wheels ones are a little bit heavier construction, but these are the spare point fencing, and these are the palisade ones, which is like the 3 points at the top. So very similar. Yeah, quite nicely detailed. You can get them in laser board cut, but obviously they're a bit heavier looking. These are sort of more to scale. So we've got £10, let's say, for a wheels one, even though they are more than that, and another £10 is 20, is 30, is 40. And then we've got I think there's two, is there one or two in a pack? No, there's only one in a pack. Bloody hell. Where are we? 40. There's another one. 50. And there's part of 2 in there. 55. 55 quid's worth of fencing. I paid £30 for the whole. What was it? Oh no, £60. Yeah, £30 for that and £30 for the points. So it's like £5 each. As they were electro fog ones. which seem to be a bit harder to get hold of, and a lot of people tend to chop the ends off and not use them as electrofrog for some odd reason. No biggie though. There was one with a little break in the turnout in a sleeper. No, check rails come out, so they're going back. The perils of buying second hand, so we've got two that are crap and the rest are okay. I prefer to buy them when I can see them. That one's got the contact lifted. Not that I use them, but yeah, it's a bit disappointing with them. Okay, well that's it for now. Well, a quick update on the points after sort of going through them a bit more thoroughly and photographing them and opening a return on eBay, and I was just about to put the label on and pencil in taking it up the post office this afternoon, and I had an automated email from eBay via the seller. You have a partial refund offer. So I went through all of my other bits, wasn't in a hurry to look at it. Figured, you know, with 3 being iffy, 2 definitely unusable really, they're not worth fannying about with. But he's offered me $31.99 back, so basically a couple of pound off for covering the postage. So there's 4 usable ones there in a crossover I haven't got any use for. Not as yet anyway. So I've accepted that rather than run up the post office and spend £1 on diesel and £2 on postage for him. So and also the other items weren't quite as described, but I'm not that nitpicky, but yeah, they're okay. They're still worth the money I paid, so they're just not quite if you wanted to be very particular over people's descriptions, they do seem to be a bit blasé with what they describe things as and what reality is, and that seems to be the norm with the Facebook mentality nowadays.